Yeah, sure, I can go for that. The following clips are being used for the purposes of both parody and review. Please don't sue us.
Zebra rope swinging under the opening credits tells me all I need to know about how this movie will treat physics and science and logic.
Sinning cartoon physics in a cartoon. Seriously, having a loose relationship with logic and physics can be great if it's done well, and surrealist comedy can be amazing. Also, a movie setting up the rules of its own universe very early on is something that should be strived for, not sinned. You saw this and sinned it basically just for being a good establishing shot of the kind of movie this is going to be. Whether or not you actually like that kind of movie is a different matter, but don't sin it for being well established. Also, again, this is part of a dream sequence, so it wouldn't even need to be realistic in a realistic movie. And just 4 seconds into the original Sins video, we've already got 3 sins. This is not a good start.
Okay, penguins and zebras in the same spot? That's some chicanery right there. And also, unlike peacocks, who everyone knows can fly, penguins are actually flightless birds, so this is someone's fantasy.
All those things I just said about the last sin? Yeah, those again.
Here's some math for you. Cartoon physics squared equals dream cartoon physics.
That's not real math.
The lion can catch up to the zebra running only on his back feet.
Jeremy is fine with a lion that can talk like a human, but when that lion can run like a human, that's crossing the line, damn it!
Hoof mill? Is there a whole line of athletic equipment for animals in this universe?
Setting intentionally surreal elements in a surreal movie.
Based on this picture, Alex has pretty decent handwriting for a lion who has paw/hand hybrids. They're still better than regular paws, but one would assume that he would still have a disadvantage.
Jeremy is fine with a lion that can talk like a human, but when that lion can write like a human, that's crossing the line, damn it! Also, that was sending an intentionally surreal element in a surrealist movie. You know what, I can already tell that this video is going to take on a very repetitive tone if I don't do something about it, so I'm just going to go ahead and count up the number of times that I would say something like, Jeremy is fine with a something talking like a human, but when that something's like a human, that's crossing the line, damn it! Or something like, sending intentionally surreal elements in a surreal comedy. And when I have counted them, I'm just going to go ahead and add that number to the sin count. It was 41.
There's no visible reason Marty is able to hold anything. He's definitely past Mr. Ed on the anthropomorphism of equine scale, but he's clearly not at the BoJack Horseman level of being able to hold stuff.
I don't want to, but unfortunately I'm obliged to remove one sin here for the mention of BoJack Horseman.
What continent is this?
Manhattan.
Even zebra New Yorkers think that they are so important that their island qualifies as a continent.
No, Jeremy. Bad, Jeremy. You're supposed to sin the mistakes that the movie makes, not the mistakes that the characters within the movie make.
Not gonna find a star like that in the wild. Helicopter.
This helicopter appears out of nowhere and is stationary until Marty says what it is. Maybe this is one of San Andreas' magical helicopters that can do impossible things.
What impossible things did that helicopter do? I mean, sure, the bright light appears in the sky suddenly, but to most people that would mean that the light had just been turned on, and it wouldn't mean that the helicopter had magically appeared out of nowhere. I mean, do you ever get home at night, turn on the light, and then go, oh, where did this room come from? Also, you seemed to list staying still as one of the impossible things that the helicopter was doing, but you know that helicopters can hover, right? That's normal.
I've been trying to avoid commenting on the way these characters look, because they're clearly stylized, and I don't find anything wrong with that, really. I don't. But Melman's neck is too far from actual giraffe anatomy. I feel like I'm looking at a giraffe who has broken his neck.
Did you just say you've been trying to avoid commenting on how the animals in this movie are anatomically incorrect, when 12 seconds ago you said this? You suck your thumb?
Better question, you have thumbs?
It would appear to me that you did.
Zebra finds the only time Rockefeller Center skating rink is empty but still lit up like it's open. If it wasn't a cartoon, I'd make this 2 sins.
Yeah, sure, you'd give it 2 sins, except you wouldn't, because the only reason you thought to give it 2 sins if it was live action is because it's a cartoon that you're watching, and therefore you're comparing live action rules and cartoon rules in your head. If this was live action from the get-go, you would have just given that 1 sin and been done with it. Also, you saw fit to sin cartoon physics such as a lion walking on its hind legs or having thumbs, but didn't see fit to sin cartoon physics such as this, where an ice skating zebra jumps several times its own height and then does a mid-air pirouette.
Yeah, that's right, a zebra. Right in front of me. Can I shoot it?
America.
The movie has a joke in it that's not only funny, not only satirical, but also still relevant up to 10 years later, and that's worth a sin, apparently.
Can I shoot it?
Well, that depends on if it's a white zebra with black stripes or a black zebra with white stripes.
Oh, I take that back, it's worth 2 sins. Although actually that second comment was pretty funny, so I'm tempted to take a sin off. Then again, I'm tempted to leave it on. I'm torn. You know what? I'll take a note from your book and add 2 sins for the funny joke.
The boxes become conveniently lit when each animal starts talking.
Hang on, you're seeing this and thinking that when the boxes come into view, they're actually being lit up, as in the context of the movie, they're dark until that point? I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be they're just fading in when they become relevant. Also, where is this light coming from?
Some more math. Penguins times 4 equals Liam Neeson.
Jeremy appears to have a weak grasp of what constitutes math. Recently I got a comment on my Ice Age Sin Sins video that I really wanted to feature in an episode, but I couldn't think of an appropriate place to feature it. So instead of trying really hard to think of an appropriate place, or manufacturing an appropriate place to feature it, I've just decided to feature it in the least appropriate place possible, which is in the middle of a completely unrelated video. With absolutely no segue or transition, of course. So now you know what's going on, here's this comment. Okay, let's get back to sinning.
Okay, they fell off the ship right at Madagascar. Okay, fine. But only their 4 crates fell off the ship right here? Seriously? That's implausible as hell.
First of all, you don't know that those are the only 4 crates to fall off the ship. Those are the only crates we saw fall off the ship, but they were really the only crates in shot. And secondly, when you saw the scenario in which the 4 penguins hijacked a ship so that they could redirect it to Antarctica, and then in the process of piloting the ship, one of the 4 penguins swerves too hard, resulting in the loss of some cargo. Of all of the aspects of that situation that you could have chosen to sin for being too unrealistic, you chose the crates falling off, but no other crates falling. Oh, alright.
Did he have any live people?
No.
Madagascar is a very large island that is home to over 22 million people.
Yes, but if none of them are around here, do you really think Alex cares? Like, what, you think he's saying, are there any people about? Anyone within the almost 600,000 square kilometers of this island will do.
For the record, again, this is an homage to a scene in American Beauty where a middle-aged man is having a daydream about f***ing his daughter's teenage friend. A children's movie is a really weird place for this.
Yeah, but the kids watching this won't get it. Only the adults will, so does it really matter?
Gotta admit, I'm only half paying attention at this point, but are these 2 things here walking stakes with legs and mouths?
Yes, but this is supposed to be the world through Alex's eyes, so...
Alex the lion is still seeing stakes everywhere. Did we ever get a reason on that bullshit?
Yes!
What's going on again? I was only out of the room for however long it takes to pee. Is this the most forgettable, successful animated movie ever?
This sin, like most of the other sins in the last 30 seconds, is basically just, I'm not paying attention, but I'm annoyed, so I'm sinning the movie. Why don't you actually pay attention and think of actual sins to sin?
What is a simple bite on the buttocks among friends?
Since you've now tolerated me for a good 7 minutes, why not further test your me tolerance threshold by clicking one of the annotations on screen. You can watch more Sins videos, the original Sins video, or listen to this music that you're hearing right now.